What if I told you that in the final second before the sun disappears below the horizon, it can suddenly flash a brilliant, impossible shade of green, and that this phenomenon has been dismissed as a sailor's myth for centuries? Picture this. You're standing on a beach, watching the sun sink into the ocean. The sky is painted in fiery oranges and deep purples. Just as the last sliver of sun is about to vanish, something unbelievable happens. For a split second, the very top edge of the sun glows with an intense, electric green light. It's there and gone so fast you almost doubt you saw it. But you did. You just witnessed one of nature's most elusive optical illusions. The green flash for generations. Sailors and coastal dwellers have reported seeing this strange green burst at sunset. Many were called liars. Others were told it was just a trick of the eyes, fatigue, wishful thinking, or staring too long at the sun. But the green flash is very real, and the science behind it is even more fascinating than the myth. So what causes this fleeting moment of emerald light? And why is it so rare to see? To understand the green flash, we first need to look at what happens to sunlight as it travels through our atmosphere. Sunlight might look white or yellow to our eyes, but it's actually made up of every color of the rainbow. When that light enters Earth's atmosphere, it begins to bend, a process called refraction. Think of it like a prism splitting light into a spectrum. But our atmosphere acts like a giant, gentle prism that scatters different colors by different amounts. Blue and violet light scatter the most. That's why the sky looks blue during the day. But during sunrise and sunset, sunlight has to pass through a much thicker slice of atmosphere to reach your eyes. That extra distance means more scattering. So much that the blue and violet light gets scattered away entirely, leaving behind the warmer colors. Red, orange, and yellow. That's why sunsets are so famously fiery. But here's where things get interesting. While the reds and oranges are dominating the show, the green light is still there, hiding, waiting. Under the right conditions, just as the sun is nearly gone, the green light can finally make its brief appearance. There are a few key ingredients needed to see the green flash. First, you need a very clear, flat horizon like over the ocean or a vast plain. Any haze, clouds, or obstacles will block or diffuse the effect. Second, the air has to be exceptionally clean. Pollution, dust, or even high humidity can muddy the colors. Third, you need to be looking at the exact moment the last sliver of sun is disappearing. It happens in a blink, sometimes less than a second now. Let's break down the different types of green flashes, because not all of them look the same. The most common is known as the green rim. Just before the sun fully sets, you might notice a thin green line crowning the top edge of the sun. This is caused by the atmosphere acting like a weak prism, separating the colors slightly, with green bending a bit more than red. When the red disk sinks below the horizon, the green is still visible for an instant. Then there's the green ray, a much rarer and more dramatic version. Instead of just a sliver, a beam of green light seems to shoot upward from the sunset point. This happens when the atmosphere layers the air in just the right way, magnifying and stretching the green light into a brief vertical spike. It's breathtaking when seen, almost like a green flame leaping from the sea. There's even a mock mirage green flash, where temperature inversions, layers of warm air over cool air, can create multiple images of the sun, stacking them and isolating the green layer on top. This type can last a little longer, sometimes 2 or 3 seconds, and appears more like a detached green blob hovering above the horizon. But why green? Why not blue or violet? After all, violet light bends even more than green. The answer lies in our eyes and our atmosphere. Violet light is scattered so strongly that very little of it reaches us at sunset. Our eyes are also less sensitive to violet. Green, however, sits in a sweet spot. It bends enough to be visible after the reds are gone. It isn't scattered too much, and our eyes are highly sensitive to it. So green becomes the last color standing. For a long time, the green flash was considered little more than a maritime legend. Even Jules Verne wrote about it in his novel The Green Ray, treating it as a romantic, almost mystical pursuit. It wasn't until the 20th century that scientists were able to photograph it, confirming its existence beyond doubt. Today, with better cameras and more people watching sunsets around the world, the green flash is being captured more often, but it's still a prize for patient observers. So, can you see it? Absolutely. But you have to be prepared. Find a spot with an unobstructed view of the horizon. Wait for a very clear day, ideally after rain has washed the dust from the air. Don't look directly at the sun until it's nearly gone. And keep your eyes locked on that top edge in the final seconds. You might not see it the first time or the 10th, but when you do, it's a moment you'll never forget. The green flash is more than just a curious trick of the light. It's a reminder of how complex and layered our world is. Even something as simple as a sunset holds hidden depth. It shows us that nature often saves its most magical displays for those who look closely and wait patiently. Have you ever seen the green flash or captured it on camera? Share your experience in the comments below. And if you want more mysteries of the natural world unlocked, subscribe to Nature Unlocked and never miss a discovery.